It's Modern Railways 2023 in Beijing. It's not just where rail industry people go to town, but also a place for rail enthusiasts alike. Let's take a look at the exhibition. The Modern Railways 2023 Expo is one of the most important exhibitions in China with international impact. Big names, local and global, are part, including the UIC, CRRC and China Railways, amongst many other big names. It's obviously a place for rail professionals, but also enthusiasts alike. There's a special part of the expo dedicated to rail culture, where some of the biggest names in the rail culture community and some of China's most noted rail fans gather, as well as plenty of model trains. There's also a lot of memorabilia, including platform tickets and timetables from an era gone by. These classics are far less printed today, with most of these now gone digital. There's also a wall full of destination or direction indicators, part of every classic rail train. Now behind me is where rail fans go to town, because these are the direction indicators on a train service which you can see on rolling stock. Now most of these are inside mainland China, but there are two which go a bit further. The service from Beijing West to Hong Kong Hung Hom over there, and a service from Beijing West via Nanning to Hanoi, Gia Lam in Vietnam. These are the two services which unfortunately got curtailed due to COVID, but hopefully they'll be back running soon. I like to go to Hong Kong Hung Hom Station, I know, because they've got the departure signs for intercity trains still there. And Vietnam. I like to do Vietnam once by rail. It doesn't have to be high speed for the moment. Classic will do. In fact, when I was filming at Nanning Station in early 2018, I was actually right next to a train going to Vietnam. Pity I didn't hop on board then. Yours truly was active in this part of the expo, both being interviewed and going live with local media, and also being part of the rail talks, presenting in Mandarin Chinese a session on the China to Laos Railway. It now in service for passengers and cargo alike, this became some kind of celebrity throughout the expo, including at the official China Railway booths. So this is the part I like, the train models. The Lansang Express on the China to Laos Railway, which I've been on, and the Indonesian Whoosh train, obviously operated by KCIC. They've retermed this as Whoosh. Some of you have asked me if I'm going to be headed to Indonesia. One of these days, I'll be on a Whoosh 350, just like in China. This part of China Railway's International Cooperation Achievements booth listed some other projects being built. A line between Hungary and Serbia, a metro line in Pakistan, and more notably, a new high-speed line in Thailand going to Laos, and, via the opened rail link there, further north to China. Even the design of stations being built could be seen. Also mentioned were cargo trains running between China and Europe. Chinese National Railways had a major presence. Even more model trains could be seen at their main booth. The blue train was, of course, the official Beijing 2022 Winter Games train, still on display here. It also itself hosted a simulator at their booth. There's a train being steered like a pro into a station. Another major exhibitor was CRRC, it in fact being the biggest rolling stock manufacturer in the world when it comes to revenue. The Indonesian Whoosh train made an appearance again, but also the CR200J trains with a new livery, almost resembling those seen in Italy with the Freccia high-speed trains. Freccia Cinese, anyone? I noted some locomotives I hadn't caught sight of before, revival of Fuxing locomotives, and at that, not just high-speed trains. But a model of a 350 km/h train set intended to transport cargo, not passengers, was the showstopper. Imagine what that could mean when this new world first enters service. The China Academy of Railway Sciences, now actually reincorporated as a company, was also there with train models, including those used for testing both on the high-speed and city metro networks. There were also other local enterprises exhibiting, including those in charge of signalling, rail media, and much more. International names were also present, including of course Siemens and Alstom, featuring also the Zefiro, known in China as the CRH 380D train, and the Caradia. Everything rail-related seemed to be there, including this train door, which seemed to be opening and closing ad infinitum. The UIC, or International Union of Railways itself, was also there with a stand. The expo had both talks and exhibits, and all speakers, including yours truly, found their names on the big board right by the entrance. Not far away were photos, pictures and paintings from the pros and even kids alike. And yes, also mascots. So there you have it, Modern Railways 2023 in Beijing, but of course never without the rail mascots. Maybe you'll see them on board if you're lucky.